There's not a prettier horse on earth. And the personality is just beautiful. Fortunately, Keith Miller was working the sale, and I visited with him, bought the horse, asked Keith, now what do I do? And fortunately, he knew the history of the horse and that Bill had had him previously. And he says, call Bill. And history goes on. Bill had about 1 month with the horse.
You know, he really picked up right from where he left off when we parted company earlier in the year. I think it was April or May, and I think he was kept in light work. But having the personality and the disposition that he's got, he won one event, and I just threw it out to Shad. I said, look, if we can go to Florida and get him qualified in Florida, where it would only take 2 or 3 weeks, it might be worth a shot to do that, and then bring him here with the hopes of maybe taking a shot at the Superhorse, because obviously that would be a great thing for his breeding career. And it all worked. We got him all qualified in Florida in the 5 events, and then he went to the breeding shed and did well there. And Keith Miller got him back and did the leg work on him to get him back in shape. Then he came to us to do a little jumping, and so it all worked out great. I've known Jerry Erickson, who drove him, and for a long time, and Nancy Swarm, and we all worked well together. And the nice thing about the schedule here was it was over 2 to 3 weeks. So it gave everybody a chance to get familiar with him and comfortable with him. It kind of worked out well, because I started out with him in the hunter events, and he actually it was his first year doing the senior hunter, the bigger fences, and he ended up being a finalist. There were a lot of very good horses that had very good performances, and then he was 5th in the hunter hack, 6th in the performance stallion. Then he went on to do the pleasure driving in the under saddle events, and he won one and was reserve in the other. So it was kind of a nice ascending schedule for him as far as the results went.
I've been around livestock and horses all my life. My daughter was here last year in her final year as a youth and was here showing. And by going to the sale, it quickly ascended me into the upper levels. And as I say, very fortunate that I met Keith, who led me to Bill.
You know, for an event like this, it kind of takes a village. And going back to when the horse was first started, Sandy Vaughn did all the groundwork and got him started hooking up to the cart, getting his driving career started. And Lee Paul Shin, who got him qualified for us in the driving. And of course my partner David Connors, who has done a lot of work with the horse with myself, and actually showed him at the Congress before I was able to get there.